So what's up guys, my name is Gabriel. I'm here with a really good friend of mine, Chang and Naru. Y'all have seen them before, say hi.
Hi.
A little bit enthusiasm.
Oh, hayo gozaimasu.
Better. All right, we're going with that.
Chino,
So, you're gonna get roasted by the Chinese community.
Yeah, horribly.
Okay, so I just want to give a quick explanation. A lot of people have been asking me if I'm okay, what happened. I'm fine. I just have a lot of college work. That's why I haven't been able to upload. So I'm sorry for kind of just disappearing. But don't worry, we're making a really interesting video between the three of us. And on this video, we're going to be talking about two different sights for our rifles. One of them is magnified, one of them is a red dot. We're gonna do a full in-depth review, completely unbiased, and we're gonna see if these sights are worth the cash or not. So let's check it.
First impressions included.
Intro rolls. Woo!
Mano. Or I can just do this.
Bring it up. No, fucking help me.
No.
Bring it up. There you go. So before we start, I want to give a huge thank you to all of the people over at CV Life, which sent me these sights. They have an Amazon shop. I'm gonna link it down in the description below so you guys can see it. They've been super kind to me and they sent over these free of charge. But regardless, I do want to specify these reviews are gonna be completely non-biased. They're going to be completely honest. Whether it's good or bad, I'm going to say it, and these guys will as well. So with that, let's start with the first sight, which is this red dot scope. I'm going to give Chang and Naru a shot to give their first impressions on camera.
You know, feels well constructed, durable, solid. Overall, it looks like it has pretty much every feature that a standard red dot would have.
Has everything you would need for a red dot.
Basically.
Okay. My first impressions. It's actually pretty nice. Other brands, this is actually the really good one. Because I have seen stuff like this and it's normally ugh. But this?
Oh, just for context, how long have you guys been in Airsoft?
More or less 2 years. I say less than 2 years, yes.
Okay.
On 2009.
Yeah, this guy's a relic.
I mean, I have seen every red dot that has come by. But yeah, back to the red dot. The lenses are extremely clear. The reticle. It's so crisp. It's so good, actually. I like it.
It feels like it's not going to break.
It won't
like
implode on itself.
other brands.
Said I already checked it just to make sure it was working. Preliminary stuff, I haven't tested it with a rifle or anything, but I have to say basically around the same thing. This feels super sturdy. No shaking sound, no nothing. It's honestly, yeah, super clear. It has a multi-coated lens, which really helps with that anti-glare, and it's also adjusted so that it doesn't have any parallax. And with the light amount of testing that I did to see that the light works, it seems pretty true. It also came up with these flip-up covers. You can kind of twist them to whatever side you want, or you can completely take them off and just leave it the red dot as is.
Extra protection.
I probably would leave it like this while playing, because having the flip-up sights can limit your visibility if you're trying to look over or on the side. But for like traveling and like storage and all that, it's going to be a lot better to have these covers.
Technically, you can do something we normally do with sniper scopes. We do this. Instead of leaving it like this.
No, yeah, I know. And probably if I had to do it, I would do it sideways. But still, it is covering some line of sight.
Call it your 45-degree sight.
So the body is made of really solid aluminum. It has a really nice coating that seems scratch resistant. They say that apparently it's like really good for shock proof and weatherproof. That is really good when you're playing Airsoft, because a lot of times it's going to be knocked around and it's going to get wet with the rain and stuff. Aside from that, like we had explained, it has multiple reticle selections here on the side. You have 4 selections. You have the simple red dot, the circle with the dot, you have the cross and the cross with the circle. And all of those, you have 5 different brightness settings in red and green light. So all of that gives you a ton of customizability. It already came with the battery, so you didn't need to worry about that. And the windage and elevation caps are held by a little rubber band right here.
So that way you don't lose the cap when you're
since it has like a clasp, it doesn't fall out. So you will not lose your
these are
caps.
nice ones.
The adjustments are made in clicks, which makes it super accurate.
You said shock proof, right?
Yeah, what we can do today, potentially, is sight it, test it, throw it, put it on again, and test it again to see if it's still sighted.
I called this on throwing it.
Okay, so that is kind of general specs for the red dot. But before testing, I do want to introduce and show them the other sight, which is the Magnified Sight, and get their first impressions on it. Kang, first impressions?
So it has a good laser.
It's actually 2.5 milliwatts.
Nice. It has these covers. I'm not sure how much this protects it.
I used a sniper one time that had one of these covers, and it got shot, and the BB broke through, but it didn't break the lens. So
It's more like a.
it's more of
dead air.
No, it's more of an anti-scratch than a protector.
Okay, that
So
makes sense.
I wouldn't trust it to stop a BB.
Mind you.
Nice.
Mind
It has
you.
like a green
I actually do
filter.
this one.
What is this? Like a green filter kind of thing?
Yeah, this is yellow. A lot of times they use yellow filters and yellow lenses because they say that it heightens contrast and it makes targets easier to spot. Some people like them. Personally, I really don't, so I probably won't be using that lens cap. But yeah, that's a yellow lens cap. If you take it off, it's just clear. It's normal colored.
The magnification goes from 2.5 to
10.
Holy crap, 10. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most sniper scopes are 3x9. This one goes 2.5 to 10. So it has a really big range. Chang, Dio, Naru. Give us your expertise. Yeah, we're just gonna take this off for now.
Do love this. This is the adjustment. And the clicks are solid. I've used scopes a lot, and yeah, these clicks are solid.
Give you a little bit of ASMR, just
This doesn't have that much click, but hey, it works.
that's a cap.
Oh, it's a cap? Yeah. Well, apparently.
That's why it doesn't have a click.
Very crisp.
Ah, these are nice. You can actually line up the marks.
Give it some more
Yeah.
SMR.
Just in
SMR,
case.
man.
Look at this. Look at this. It's more ASMR. Just. Oh,
God damn, too much SMR.
just. Blended. Oh. Hello, sir. We look like the beginning of Skyrim.
Hey, you, finally awake.
Try again. There we go.
See, photographer.
Action.
You've got the magic hand.
Made in China, I can fix it. No,
I want to test out the laser. Chang did not test the laser. The thing about this I love is that the adjustments are so perfect with the laser. It's really on the line.
Oh yeah, the laser is adjustable. All I did was test that, make sure it worked. But the first thing that came out was, this is built so well.
Yes.
Like it feels sturdy. It's got a good weight to it. It's not super heavy.
no rattling.
No rattling. Here on the top, you have the actual micro adjustments. And from there, the big knob, it has a preset of yards. So both of them are actual firearm sights. So basically every 100 yards, you can take into account for bullet drop. Obviously in Airsoft, it's not gonna be the exact same concept, but it still might prove useful if you're sniping and they're a bit far. Maybe instead of having to compensate so much, you can rank that up and it'll be a little bit easier to get your target. Okay, so I'm just gonna run through the specs very, very quickly. Again, the laser is a 2.5 milliwatt laser. It is super powerful. You can see it in broad daylight very far away. Coolest part for me was that the laser is adjustable. You can sight in your laser. Aside from the laser, we have the windage and elevation adjustments, which are really, really fine tuned. So that's gonna be really good when it comes to sighting in your rifle as close as possible, because at the end of the day, it's Airsoft. So the magnification, like we said, 2.5 to 10 times. And one of the coolest parts, the adjustable focus.
Yes.
It has a specific name. This basically, this is just so that if you're seeing a little bit blurry on the image, you can adjust the focus so it's easier for your eyes. So the material is aluminum, and the lens, instead of just being a standard blue lens, which is kind of what they do for most sniper sights, this is kind of a blue-green. It's like a different type of tint, which apparently gives up to over 90% light transmission and clarity, which is really impressive, and it is really, really clear and easy to see through. But it also has another trick up its sleeve, and it's that the reticle itself can be illuminated in red or green in 5 different brightnesses. Now, really cool. Personally, wasn't a fan. It just looks very distracting, and if you get close enough into where you can see the inside of the scope, the entire scope is being illuminated, so you can see like the grooves and stuff, and it just becomes more distracting than it is beneficial. In my case, I like the standard just black, not illuminated. I'm fine with that, but it is good to have the option, and honestly, at the end of the day, that's what it is, options. It's better to have more options and less options than what you need. All right, so the guys are setting up over there. They're setting up the sights on the rifle, and we're going to be trying different tests to try and see How accurate they can hold calibration, I don't feel like they're gonna have much of a problem, but we're going to still test them the same way. As per usual, we have a target right here, and all the way over there, we're gonna be shooting. How far do you think this is? About close to 100? 75-ish, we'll see, we'll find out. I'll try and see if I can measure with like Google Maps or something. But let's set that up real quick and we'll show you the process. Okay, so now we're going to try and do some testing with the red dot on my M4, and we're gonna take turns on the target, so we're just gonna do rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first, second, and third. I'm going last, okay. Nadu goes first, Chang second, and me last. So we're gonna be shooting at the target, and we're gonna try and see the spread. Now remember, there's some human error when it comes to sighting a rifle. One thing is consistent. Even if we sighted it wrong and it's not going to the center, if the groupings are staying consistent, that means that the sight itself is doing its job.
That's first. Okay, now.
Okay, so I'm over here by the target. This is what it looks like. Right now the grouping is around here. It's I would say 10 inches at most, maybe. It could be due to some swaying on his part. We're gonna keep doing our shooting test to have different shooters' perspectives. So right now it's going to be Chang, and then after that is going to be me. And overall, we're gonna see where all the BBs fall, and we're gonna have a good idea on the accuracy. Yep, go for it.
It seemed pretty good.
You
know, the little shake you get from the spring going back and forth, it just moved together. It's very sturdy.
Let's try and see. Let's try and see what the shots look like to see if it was a little bit of a tighter grouping. Okay, so this is interesting. I can immediately tell Chang's grouping was right here. This right here was Chang's grouping. All of these here. This is about the size of my hand. It is very high up. But again, the placement on the target isn't what's in question, it is the grouping itself. That's what kind of determines if the sight is working or not. So this is really, really good. Size of my hand, and again, for context, where are they? I don't know if you can see. Yeah, that's where they are. So grouping the size of my hand for Airsoft in here, that's really, really good. A little bit high, but that could have been either the hop up or our calibration just went wrong. So I'm gonna try and shoot and see if maybe I can beat both of these guys at their own game. So I took my shots. Honestly, I could barely see the BBs, so I don't know where I hit. But I'll be able to tell once I get there, so let's check. So I'm out here with the target, with company this time. I can immediately tell which are mine. My grouping is basically this. I think these two shots were Naru's. The rest here is mine. These shots were Naru's.
Thank you.
These shots were Chang's. My grouping was about less than a hand. Chang's grouping was about a hand. Naru's grouping was terrible. Just kidding. Honestly, it happens. Sometimes they're just out the game. But still, regardless, all of our shots were body size target. If this was a person, we would have hit all of our shots. All of these shots would have hit body size. This is a really, really good grouping. And again, from that distance is really considerable. I would say that the sight works. Now, one experiment I do want to do is test the shock-proof capabilities. So for that, we might just knock up the sight a little bit and try and see if it actually holds its sighting. Now, of course, I'm not gonna full on throw this against the ground or try and break it or anything, but what we will do is jostle it around quite a bit and try and see if that affects the sight. So first, I feel like we could just shake it.
Yeah, just shake it. So
right now I'm just shaking it right here.
And now you can just drop it at 1 meter high and
yeah, just whoop. Oh no, my sight. It got stuck on some mud.
I hope that's mud.
Let's play a little bit of catch. Stand a little bit farther.
Okay, yeah, hot potato, hot potato.
Yo.
The point is, I feel like we've jostled it quite a bit. With the newly jostled sight, we're going to try and see if we can get this to keep consistent groupings. I'm just gonna shoot a couple of shots and try and see if it actually holds up to the test. Okay, so I'm going to take a couple shots with the target. I can barely see it because it's getting dark, But again, we're gonna focus on the grouping. I would say that that was pretty good. I think I did pretty consistently. We're gonna get a little bit closer and see if the consistency stuck by. Oh yeah, see this? Smaller than the size of my hand. Wow, this is not what I thought it looked like from far away. I could barely see these circles. 16 shots, and they're all smaller than the size of my hand. So a grouping of that size from that distance, I would say that this is very much shockproof, and it is very much a good sight.
Let's do something
All right.
different. You fire when I beep, okay?
Fire when you beep. Bro, my reaction. All right, so now we're going to be doing the magnified scope, and we're gonna try and run it a little bit quick because we're already running low on sunlight, as you can see. I sighted both the scope and the laser, as you can see here. So we're gonna take a couple shots. So Chang wants to introduce another.
We're going to
Challenge.
do something a little bit different. He's gonna start shooting when I do this.
Just gonna test my reaction time, make me be ridiculed in my own channel because that's just who he is as a person, I guess.
That's not true. Weapon ready?
All right, ready when you are. Bro,
he's not a machine.
this weapon sway. All right, so the calibration is really good, but sometimes it's curving off. I guess it's a BB weight. That's my gun. But the sway, dude, like I was heavy breathing to try and focus on the beeping. From here, I can tell that I'm not full dead center on some of them. I had a couple whiffs, but I can immediately tell this thing is accurate, like super precise.
Would you like to try hip fire?
Oh yeah, I can try the laser. That's a good idea.
Okay, you can start shooting.
I'm gonna shoot under, not at the target itself, so I don't taint it.
You may start shooting at your own will at the first beep. You don't have to wait for the following, okay? Weapon ready? You're
Yeah,
BBs.
out of BBs. Okay, I have a good feeling about this. I feel like this is gonna turn out pretty well. So let's get closer to the target and check it out. Oh wow, this is better than I thought it was. I'm surprised. I thought I did worse. So this is the target I did while scoped in. As you can see, these is one grouping. These two shots are the ones that I was saying where I saw the BB just randomly like fly to the side. I think that's due to just the BB has some sort of imperfection. I noticed that it wasn't sway because I was aiming at the target, but the BB just whiffed for some reason. That happens. But sway was these. Like in these, I did sway, these two. But these were all basically on the red mark. Again, that's smaller than the palm of my hand. That is really impressive. These two were whiffs, and this was my swaying. Now this grouping down here was me hip firing with the laser and nothing else. And I got a grouping about the size of my hand. This is crazy. Again, that was hip fired from around 70-ish feet away. I'm gonna put it like whatever Google Maps says in the video, but that is insane. Especially this, dude. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shots in about 1.5 inch radius. Diameter, sorry.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, so now we're gonna go over our final thoughts. So let's start with the red dot. Personally, I give it a huge thumbs up. I think it was a really, really good sight, and I think that it did a really good job at living up to its name as shockproof, because we did give it a run for its money. I give it props, 10 out of 10. I would 100% recommend this.
Well, recommended. Looks pretty nice. The part that I love is the clear lens.
Yeah, the lens is super pristine.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I would definitely go get this. You know, it'd be good for like a medium engagement size, like an assault rifle, like a submachine gun maybe.
Now, price-wise, if I remember correctly, it was somewhere around $36, $38. Actually, Naru, could you lean over? Pass me the price over there. Yeah, it's just right next to you.
Oh,
Just
here?
pass it. Yeah, right. There's the price. 100% worth the money. I would say that if you're the type of person that likes scoped red dots, I would say this one's the one for you. Moving on from that, we're gonna talk about the Magnified Sight and my personal favorite for a lot of reasons. So with the Magnified Sight, again, the fact that it has quick elevation adjustment for bullet drop, it has the illuminated reticle, even if I'm not a fan. It has the laser, which is super accurate. Like there's so many good things. 2.5 to 10 times crazy. You can use it for DMR in the same way that you could use it for a sniper rifle. Like it is really versatile. It feels super sturdy. I am definitely using this on my own replicas in the future.
I would say that it's a very useful, a very great optic equipment. You know, the laser, it doesn't like go off when you start shooting. I would definitely get one of these if I was, you know, doing
In the market, yeah.
Yeah, in the market. And also if your role is a DMR or sniper, it's a very good one. So Naru, what do you think?
Something that you guys haven't said enough. The eye relief. It's actually pretty nice for a rail and a handguard.
So you're saying it's not like a microscope that you
No,
gotta
no,
be
no,
like,
yeah,
hey,
exactly.
You're just gonna give yourself scope eye if you
Yeah,
use an actual firearm.
like if you're using a gas blowback, the recoil.
Okay, so when it comes to this, the price was somewhere in the 50s range. I think the price is behind you this time. If you could just reach over.
It's right behind you.
It's just, yeah, right there, right. Like honestly, for the quality of this, I would expect it to cost so much more. Both of these sights, again, were sent to me by CV Life. Thank you very much for doing so. Super kind, very nice people. If you're looking for affordable, supremely surprisingly sturdy sights for both real firearms and airsoft replicas, CV Life is a very good alternative, and I feel like we can all agree on that.
Yep.
Definitely.
I would say go check out their Amazon. I will be linking them in the description. And lucky day for you guys, for anybody that is interested in getting these, I'm also going to have discount codes down in the description below. So I want to give a huge thank you to Naru and Chang for being here today. You guys help make the process a lot funner.
Yeah.
It's always good to have an extra set of opinions and eyes, and again, from different levels of experience. And thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate you guys sticking around, and everybody in the Discord server, because that has remained active.
Yes.
So active
It's
throughout this
been
entire
active.
time. It's crazy. All of my social medias are down there. You can join us and have conversations. Honestly, the community is thriving. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Have a nice day and stay sharp, guys.
Exacto. I
No,
cannot
but try
see.
my eyes.
It doesn't matter. If I use
Try
your
my
glass,
eyes.
no.
You know what? I'm kind of regretting bringing you guys.